Hey there guys, LOI Games, welcome back to some more Roommates. Where we last left off, we did some exquisite stuff, and now we're about to start week 15. And now everything looks fine and dandy, and we're trying to get our reflective up to 200 at least. So now let's just start week 15. We're starting off strong. We go to class, making sure our grades look really good. It is Monday, so we have an event. Let's see what happens. It's starting to get really nice outside. The weather has been nice and warm lately. This is pretty much the perfect finals week. With spring break only a week away, I'm having a hard time concentrating on my schoolwork. I clap my hands on my cheeks and try to keep my head together. I still have all my finals to take. I can't afford to be distracted now. I've got a book on my lap, but my attention keeps wandering, and I keep staring out at the quad around me. That's how I noticed Professor Turks walking by me, which got me thinking about his extra credit assignment. I wondered if Max had already gone to see him. I began to wonder if I should see him. The professor is almost through the quad. I can still catch him if I want, but I'm not sure if I want to. You see, I think if we play this event, we'll talk to him. So, that will feel like we're betraying Max. So what's going to happen is that we're going to skip. I watch Professor Turks disappear into one of the buildings. I really don't want to betray Max. I don't even want the temptation of talking to Professor Turks. I really hope Max hasn't betrayed me, but at least I'll know I kept my end up. I return to my book in my lap, but a few minutes later my attention is wandering again. I look up at the building Professor Turks went to and see Max coming out. That doesn't bode well, but there's nothing I can do about it. I go back to studying again and just hope for the best. Yeah, that really doesn't bode well. That doesn't look too good. I hope we can ask Max. We have another event, a Tuesday event. Wait, you want me to do what? Please, Anne. Sally was all worked up about this thing today, and I'm worried the scene might get ugly. I'm already stuck here fielding calls from the housing attorney about student involvement. Apparently, Sally went down to the science building earlier to join a bunch of her other students in protesting. What exactly are they protesting? I don't know. I'm paid to keep you people from burning the house down, not to watch your every movement. Sorry, Anne. It's been a rough week. Can you please go check up on her for me? I'm supposed to have a meeting with my advisor this afternoon. This is quite something. Because if I don't go, most likely it will lower Dominic, and I won't get anything from Sally. If I do go, it will raise Dominic, and I might get something from Sally. This is a tough choice, I will say. This is quite the tough choice. But if I had to choose, sorry, but I'm going to have to skip it. Sorry, Dominic, but my advisor booked me up for 4 weeks solid. I have to take this appointment. Fine, I understand. Maybe I'll see if Rakesh will go. He's probably bumming around here somewhere if it's still going on. When you get back, try to take a look at it, okay? I'll try. A few hours later, the area in front of the science building has been cleared out. Whatever it was, it looks like they cleared out probably in a hurry, too. I can see signs lying on the ground trampled on. I hope nobody got hurt. When I get back home, Sally is watching TV, pouting and refusing to talk about what happened. Yeah, it would be like that, I'm guessing. More than likely. And it's Wednesday. We gotta keep up with our classes. And we got to study. And then let's relax with a little bit of yoga. And then it's Thursday with our classes. Will we be able to do some work for philosophy? Yeah, philosophy! And we got money out of it, so it's great. It's great for us. Will we be able to go to the theater? We still have philosophy. We're not getting paid anymore, but we're still here, talking about things. Jesus, they really love philosophy. And it's a Thursday event. Thought we was going to go to the theater. Whatever. I've got finals all week, and yet I still feel like I have a ton more studying to do. Everyone in Latin House is hard at work, trying to get their last study sessions in. Isabella's been locked up in her room since dawn. Sally's barely been outside to walk her dog. Even Rakisha's... As I look into Rakisha's room, I'm actually not sure what Rakesh is doing. He appears to be doing some kind of headstand on his book. Rakesh, I think you get less money from student bookstores if you ruin them. Unfortunately, I think I started Rakesh as he crashes onto the ground. I briefly consider running before he recognizes me. Well, this is a Rakesh thing, so here we go, right? Play the event. Are you okay, Rakesh? I didn't mean to startle you. I am fine. Thank you, Anne. I was trying to study. What are you trying to learn by Omnis Rakesh? Certainly not. I am not a buffoon. You know osmosis doesn't actually work like that, right? But what about if, Rakesh, unless you become an amoeba, since the last time we spoke, I don't think osmosis is going to help you out much. Did you really think it was going to work? No, not really. Well then, I guess we'll have to figure out a different way for you to learn the material. I suppose I must rely on the other method to learn. Well, what do you have in mind, Anne? Well, what's the subject? It is for biology. I need to pass this class so that my grades will reflect that I am doing well in my proper curriculum. It is most important to my parents that I try my best and become a rich American traded doctor. Well, if it's important to you, let's do it. We'll study so hard you'll be sprouting biology lessons out in your sleep. We can do it, Rakesh. Yes, we can. This test together. Rakesh and I gather up all of his notes that he has taken during class this quarter. Unfortunately, given his terrible attendance record, his notes really aren't much. Damn. Of course, it doesn't help that half of his books are covered in doodles and drawings and just splotches of color. We spend a few hours comparing his notes to his textbook and most likely just studying the things that his class has been going over the past quarter. After a while, Rakesh's attention begins to drift. He just can't concentrate on the subject for that long. I get his attention back a few times, but he's beginning to lose it. I know he's trying hard to keep his parents happy. I just want to help him out. It's clear Rakesh is losing interest, though. I need to do something to clear his head so he'll study. Like I said, let's take a break to clear our minds, or let's do an art activity. I think the best thing to do would probably be an art activity. So let's do an art activity, Rakesh. Okay, Rakesh, grab a set of markers. I need to go make a copy really quickly. Yes, markers. That sounds perfect. Rakesh busies himself with a distracting drawing. Meanwhile, I grab his book and wander over to Dominic's room. He agrees to let me use his computer, scanner, and printer for a few moments. A few minutes later, Rakesh is happily sketching a landscape drawing. His markers are on the side for now, as he plans out his move. I quickly swoop in and pick them up. Here you are, Rakesh. Try with this instead. I hand him my work. I'm basically creating a map of the body with the numbers corresponding to certain places and concepts. It's almost like a painting by number kit. Rakesh's eyes the sheet curiously, then looks over at where the markers are by me. It's simple. Rikish, you can only color it in with the appropriate color, and you only know which color is right if you can figure out the concept going on in the area. I know you won't leave the poor creature devoid of life and color, will you? There's no way you could leave such a poor soulish, lifeless, and barren, could you? I see the fire lights in Rikish's eyes and smile to himself. Yes, I must bring fire to this page, where there is only void, but quickly, he is a very demanding specimen. How should I proceed? For the next several hours, we associate certain biological concepts with colors that get to be used in the diagram drawing I've done. It works better than I thought. Honestly, my original numbers are quickly discarded as Rikish begins to weave the colors together using concepts overlapped. Cellular mitosis fell under the light blue category. The osmosis we've been talking about earlier ended up in the dark green, and eventually every color of the markers were intertwined. Finally, Rikish holds up his masterpiece, a complex twist and turn of colors going in every direction. It's almost like a tie-dye, unless you know something's there. Then you can see the pattern somewhat emerge. I don't know, Rikish. You got some purple there around his arm. That can't be right. What? That's the area that would contract under electrical stimulus. It is where it should be. I couldn't help but clap my hands excitedly. Perfect, Rikish. Just remember that drawing. When you take your test, you'll do great. Rikish looks at the drawing to me and back. He seems almost shocked before breaking out into a wide grin. I think he'll be just fine. We're doing good, guys. We're doing real good. Come on. We just need 15 more points. And we have another event right there. Oh. Well, before we move on, I would just like to say, I think I'm going to end it here, guys. Anyway, like and favorite if you enjoy. Subscribe to be part of the archives. And I'll see you all later. Peace.